It's Tuesday. The Factor is on. On the list today, Islamofascists, nukes and nutjobs, and once again, the far left is here, and only their opinion counts. We're starting off the Factor today with the quintessential threat to American security, the Iranian president, Mr. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Now let me tell you something about this man, and this country. They hate us and our way of life. And I quote Mr. Ahmadinejad, "I will wipe Israel from the face of the earth. A man controlling a country who is clearly unstable should be neutralized." We as a free country must take steps to stop the threats of Iran and their nuclear program. We must step up as a civilized nation and let the world know that we will not be bullied. This leads me to our next loon, the dictator of North Korea, Kim Jong-il, another sociopath who's required nuclear weapons. Moving on, tonight on The Factor, we have retired General Barry McCaffrey and a college professor from the University of Colorado, Ward Churchill. I'll start with General McCaffrey. General, even as the US, UN, and free world pressure the North Koreans, they continue to develop and test nuclear weapons. If negotiating, whether it be direct or indirect, does not work, is it time to look into a military option? Because in my opinion it is. We can no longer let the North Koreans and their nuclear program roam free.
Alright, Kevin. I have a three-step plan, a simple plan, a plan that will deal with all of our troubles with North Korea once and for all. We don't need to attack them in a massive fashion. All we need to do is these three steps. One, we need to send a barrage, a small barrage, maybe 600 to 700 Patriot missiles to the surrounding area of Kim Jong-il's headquarters. That'll tell him that we're on our way and we're going to give him repercussions for his actions. Second, we need to set off a small nuclear device, a device that can be dealt with simply by dropping it from an airplane. It'll be, I would estimate, about 20 kilotons. Not significant, you know. It's not as big as it could be, but it's certainly enough to shock him and awe him, you know, into submission. Finally, we send your other guest, your communist guest, over there to put them out with his communist stench. That'll surely do the job done.
Interesting thoughts, General. In my opinion, we've given North Korea every possible chance to disarm, and we're the only ones who can be able to do it. Japan are a bunch of greedy isolationists. The Chinese are just about as scared as President Clinton in front of Kenneth Starr. And the rest of the world just won't step up and take the responsibility of safety. Now, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ward Churchill to the show. A man who seems to lack a conscience, common sense, or love for his country. He's a 9/11 conspiracy nutjob who's an ex-college professor at the University of Colorado. Recently, he was indoctrinating his students with conspiracies that he has no proof backing up. Recently, Mr. Churchill was quoted in saying, "When you kill 500,000 children in order to impose your will on other countries, then you shouldn't be surprised when somebody responds in kind." This man not only has a warped view on recent American foreign policy, but slaps in the face everyone who died on 9/11 and every serviceman that's died since. Ward, you're on The Factor. Don't you think it's a little irresponsible you be teaching your radical views to students who pay to receive an education, not you and your whack-job friend loony opinions?
Well, Kevin, it is people like you who have truly poisoned the minds of young people in America. You accept everything handed down to you by the Bush administration.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't have a shred of evidence to back up anything you say. The fact that you and your loony friends sell this crap off to students as fact should be a crime. These people pay for an education, not to hear your moronic views.
You want to hear some real truth, Kevin? And I know that you truly believe what I'm about to say, along with the majority of Americans, but you just can't seem to handle it. I, myself, Ward Churchill, and a coalition of physicists, chemists, engineers, civil engineers, and professors have amassed great amounts of irrefutable evidence that 9/11 was planned and orchestrated by our murderous president, George W. Bush.
Hold on, Ward. I've let you spit your lies long enough. You hate America, you hate freedom, and you should be locked away in Gitmo. You're no better than the president of Iran. You and your friends are the same kind of whack jobs who think the Holocaust never happened. You might as well claim that you have a little green Martian living in your basement.
You know what?
You know what, Ward? Shut your mouth. I'm done talking with this maniac. Cut his mic.
All right, Kevin. I think I can tell you the real truth, which is totally contrary to everything this nut job over here is saying. First of all, if he knows the truth about 9/11 so much, I think he was probably a part of it. And if we really evaluate the evidence, all that crap he just spewed, it doesn't hold up. We know that the people who did it, they were all terrorists. They were all from a different part of the world, except for your other guest who was conspiring with them. And I really do believe that he is on dope, like the rest of the youth in this country. And there's no validity in anything he said. I mean, if you look at the evidence shows that there were airplanes that went into American buildings, into American government centers, the Pentagon, the most glorious building in this nation, the most wonderful piece of architecture ever to be visited upon the earth, and then it was partially destroyed by terrorists. And if he wants to deny it, I saw it with my own two eyes. I saw it. I saw the flames, Kevin. I saw them. And I know you saw them because you were one of the newsmen. So for him to talk about a national tragedy like it never happened is ridiculous. You might as well say that Pearl Harbor never happened, or that the Bay of Pigs was an imaginary event. These college professors, they know nothing. We got to educate our kids in the military nowadays instead of sending them to these cockamamie college campuses to learn all this tomfoolery that he's trying to spread.
Thank you, General. This has been The Factor for 10/31/06. Hope you all have a safe Halloween.